related. Which means the higher the dose, the greater the effect on blood pressure. Okay? O, ito na. So, pareho sila ni SSRI. Yung agitation comes from DRI. So, which means agitation will only be observed at very high doses. Pag nagkaroon na ng dopamine activity, dun sila agitated. Hepatotoxicity can be associated with these drugs except for duloxetine. For duloxetine, hepatotoxicity is rare even in patients with hepatic impairment. Buti na lang, di ba? Doon kasi siya nag-metabolize. No? And discontinuation syndrome can also be observed. Kanina mas common ang discontinuation syndrome sa kanila? Tama siya, short half-life, common ang discontinuation syndrome saan? Milnacipran. Ha? Okay? Dito tayo sa PCA. Naku, ito ang pinakamarami. Why? This is the oldest and previously the dominant drug for the treatment of depression. But from 1980s and 1990s, when the SSRIs were introduced, nalaos siya. No, na-overcome na siya ni SSRI. I'll explain later why. Okay? How do they work? Anong similarity niya with SNRI? What's the similarity with SNRI? Both? Inhibits both SERT and NET. Pero itong tatlo ang difference niya. So ito yung difference niya. May additional mechanism siya. One, it is anti-muscarinic, particularly to M1, pero pwede rin sa ibang receptors. Alpha-1 adrenergic blocker and an H1 antagonist. The prototype is imipramine. There are two types of TCAs, tertiary and secondary amines. These are your tertiary, mas konti yung secondary amines. Itong si protein, makikita niyo siya ulit sa tetracyclines, unicyclines. But anyway, they are not really used nowadays. So, anong difference sila? They block both. This one blocks both SERT and NET. While the secondary amines has greater NET, little on SERT activity. So, tertiary amines has greater anticholinergic effect as compared to secondary. So, lesser ang anticholinergic effect sa secondary amines. Isa pa, ang tertiary amine, pinaka-example dyan is imipramine. Imipramine, the parent compound, has greater SERT inhibition. Patandaan nyo, si imipramine, after metabolism, converted to desipramine. Desipramine is already a secondary amine kasi metabolic form na siya. Pareho ni desvenlafaxine, they found out that desipramine has the same antidepressant effect as imipramine. That's why it was developed as a full antidepressant drug. No? Pero si desipramine, greater naman ang NET inhibition, right? Kaya si imipramine will appear as if equal yung SERT and NET niya because its metabolite has greater NET, siya naman has greater SERT. Another exception is clomipramine. Di ba sasabi natin pag tertiary, equal yung SERT sa NET, no? Pero si clomipramine, greater ang SERT niya compared to NET. Parang pareho ni imipramine. Okay? So they are only used now as second or third line agent when the patient is not responding to the conventional first line agents. Some first line agents are SNRIs and SNRI. Mag-explain ko bakit. Approved na siya for chronic pain conditions like neuropathy. pain. Usually what are used are amitriptyline and imipramine. And bedwetting. Yung pag 7 years old na, dapat kinagbe-bedwet, di ba? They usually give this for treatment, but because it has a lot of side effects, it was already largely replaced. Ano nga kind of drug will be beneficial for OCD? A drug that increases serotonin or epinephrine? Serotonin. And remember, di ba mas serotonergic si clomipramine? Greater set than net inhibition. You will encounter this again when sedative hypnotics will be discussed with you. What causes the sedation for PCA? What is the cause of sedation? What mechanism is associated with sedation for PCA? H1 antagonism. H1 antagonism. Yan. This is the reason why it's no longer used as a first-line agent, not siya first line. One, its side effects are poorly tolerated by patients. Two, it is difficult to use. You need to titrate it until you get the optimal effect. You cannot start at a higher dose because of the side effects. That's why it's difficult to use. Three, iba marami sa depressed patients and suicidal, di ba? They may use this for suicide by taking it at overdoses. And it's dangerous when taking at overdoses, it causes arrhythmia. So it's no longer the first-line agent. So these are the drugs, samples of their pharmacokinetic properties. They have relatively long half-lives. And these three have active metabolites. Kasi yan ang usually may active metabolites are the tertiary amines. The secondary amines lack active metabolites. So yan karaniwan sa kanila substrate nito CYP2D6, no? This is common na. So again, walang metabolites sa secondary amine. Pag sinabi ng wide therapeutic window, safe or toxic the drug? Safe. Pero at overdoses, it's no longer safe. Okay? Yan. This is actually the cause of the adverse effects, the multiple receptor interaction. What do you think is the common adverse effects of PCA? What is the common adverse effect of PCA? Yes, kasi yun na nasa ibabaw. Nilalagay ko palagi yung common sa ibabaw. Ba't ko naman ilalagay yung rare sa baba, ay yung rare sa taas, di ba? Anticholinergic, no? Pag anticholinergic, ano ang predominant effect? Simpa o para? Dahil tandaan nyo, anticholinergic. Ano ba ang cholinergic? Para simpa. Para. So, anticholinergic is parasympatholitic. So, ano ang predominant na effect? Simpa. Saan mas common na anticholinergic effects? Tertiary or secondary amines? Tertiary. Okay? Sexual effects is still common Sexual dysfunction kasi serotonergic din siya. Sedation is due to H1 antagonism. So when is the best time to give this drug? In the morning or at bedtime? At bedtime. Okay? Arrhythmogenic at overdoses. Yan. Prominent discontinuation syndrome, Although, karaniwan naman sa kanila long half-life, but when they develop this discontinuation syndrome, ito naman, parasympathetic overdrive naman siya. Kaya cholinergic rebound and flu-like symptoms. Right? 5-HT2A antagonist. Tatlo to ha. Borsosity yung isa. Mamaya na. Mahirap yung spelling. Mamaya na. Ha? Saan na nakikita si 5-HT2A? Actually, ang activating sa brain is 5-HT4. No? Yun yung activating sa brain. No? 5-HT6. Can I discuss this receptor first? No? Activation of both 5-HT2A and 5-HT1A produces a different effect. The problem is when you activate 5-HT2A, it tends to inhibit or cancel the effect of 5-HT1A even though serotonin has activated it. Ibig sabihin, mas ang tawag dito, mas ano siya, mas greater ang effect ng 5-HT2A compared to 5-HT1A. Ganito yan. Once 5-HT2A receptor is activated, GS, G-protein couple sila. Later, it will increase phospholipase C, which will convert phosphatidylinositol to diacylglycerol and increase phosphokinase C. Phosphokinase C will inhibit phosphokinase A. Hence, TREB, responsible for gene transcription, responsible for the production of genes for transcription, will be inhibited. Hence, yun. Eh, hindi ba gusto natin yung gene transcription, not just for receptors, but for BDNF synthesis. Ha? Actually, yung stimulation ng 5-HT2A may also be responsible for downregulating the receptors. So, di ba 5-HT2A blocker sila? So, pag block mo si 5-HT2A, the suppressive effect of 5-HT1A will be lost. 5-HT1A will now promote gene transcription. Carol? Yun nga na. They also have presynaptic activity, which is NET and SERT. Yun nga lang weaker as compared to the TCA, SNRI, and SNRI-TCA. Si trazodone, actually weak din, pero has greater SERT than NET activity. Trazodone can also block alpha and H1 receptor. Depazodone is also classified as a SARI. Ano yung SARI? S, serotonin 2A, A, antagonist, R, reuptake, I, inhibitor. So, depazodone is also classified as a serotonin 2A antagonist reuptake inhibitor. Hence, the action of depazodone is both presynaptic and postsynaptic. Okay? Okay? Both of these actions is contributory to the antidepressant effect of depazodone. So, it's not just an antidepressant, but it can be used as an antipsychotic and anti-anxiety agent. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng off-label and unlabeled? This means FDA has not yet approved trazodone for the indication of sedation. Minsan, mahirap gumamit ng gamot na off-label. Pag nagka-problema kasi, tapos ginamit mo siya sa condition hindi FDA approved, mahirap ilaban pag nademanda ka. Kaya minsan mahirap. Kaya baka kailangan namin gumamit ng off-label, like misoprostol for promoting uterine contraction. Hindi siya FDA approved sa Pilipinas. Hindi siya i-order sa China. Kasi legal document ng China. Hindi kasi siya FDA approved, so hindi siya legal document sa China. binibigay mo naman siya kasi life-saving. Sa ibang bansa, i-approve siya for uterine activity. Dito lang hindi kasi natatakot sila dahil hindi regulated, gamitin siya as an abortifacient. Yan. Ito si Portiosity, yan yung spelling. Nakikita nyo ba? Meron ba kayo nakikita ng 5-HT2A antagonist sa effect, sa mechanism of action niya? May nakikita kayo 5-HT2A antagonism sa mechanism? Bakit siya nilagay dyan? Kasi wala na siya mapaglagyan. Hindi na nila siya ma-classify. The reason why they placed it in this section is because it is an agonist to 5-HT1A. Di ba nasabi natin, if you block 5-HT2A, 5-HT1A activity increases. And this is its action. But aside from that, it has multiple effect on the other serotonergic receptors. Kaya, ang clinical effect niya is complex modulation of serotonergic systems. Saan lang siya, iisa lang ang kanyang indication. Cognitive dysfunction associated with major depression. No? Nalala ko may estudyante ako. Natanong ko kasi talagang papakit yung grades. Mukhang hindi siya papasa talaga. No? Mukhang hindi siya papasa. So, pinausap ko na siya kung ano problema niya. Just nakikita ko iba yung grade. No? By eyeballing, mukha siyang depressed talaga. Pinausap ko siya. Finally, na-convince ko siya magpa-psych. Nirefer ko siya sa psych. Tinawagan ko pa yung psych. Dahil ko kasi estudyante. Accommodate yung student kasi nga ganito. Tapos kinumusta ko, binibigyan na raw siya ng gamot. Ang binigay sa kanyang gamot, ito. Tinanong ko siya, ano bang sinabi mo sa sa psych? Sabi daw niya sa psych, ang main problem niya is difficulty in concentrating. So, she's having difficulty understanding what she's studying. Kasi nga, depressed siya. Hindi ka rin yung indication before Portiosity. Alam niya, after treatment, siguro after, nung matreat siya, umulit siya ng pharma. After matreat siya, duwan na lahat ng grades. No? Pero hindi ko sinabi mag-Portiosity kayo. Pag wala kayong depression, sasama ang pakiramdam nyo dito. Maganda lang yung effect niya pag may depression. Pag wala, hindi siya beneficial. Pero maganda yung effect niya. And I told her to tell your parents because this medication is expensive. Sinabi din naman. Kaya kayo, if you have problems, you have to talk to someone who can help you. Do not wait until everything becomes dismal. Remember, the longer you are depressed, the lesser the volume of the hippocampus. It will be harder to treat the depression. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to someone. The best is actually your parents. Pero kung ba, hindi mo pa kaya, actually, kinounsel ko yung kung paano niya sasabihin sa parents niya. Tapos sila nga din na maintindihan, minuwal ka ng nanay mo, alam mo ba kung gaano kahirap mag-ibig? Sabi ko. So I'm sure they will understand. No? Kaya pag may problema kayo nga, okay? Sabi ko sa estudyante niya, kailangan ka na magsabi. Kasi ang kaya ko lang gawin sa iyo, pep talk, counseling. Pero yung financial, sana na yung tatay mo yan. Mahal kasi yung naman mahal yung Portiosity. Ito lang yun ha, nakita yung function niya. Actually, ito yung nakakakos ng alertness. May mga neural excitation niya. So, trazodone, extensive ang first pass effect niya. Pero, the good thing about trazodone and trazodone, even though it's extensively undergoes first pass effect, they give rise to active metabolites, which also has the same anti-depressant effect, which is antagonism of 5-HT2. So kahit limited yung bioavailability niya, as trazodone and trazodone, the active metabolite has the same action. Yan. Sino ang kapareho niya? Sino ang kapareho nito? Fluvoxamine. Very good. virtuosity hindi na binanggit sa book, but it is said to, bago kasi siya inhibit a lot of CYP enzymes. So may potential drug interaction din siya. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng linear dose proportional? First order or zero order kinetic siya. Ito metabolism. Pag linear tsaka dose proportional, first order, zero order. Wala. Kasi pang fluido. First order, di ba? Same fraction of the drug is metabolized or eliminated at a certain point in time. Di ba, as you increase the dose, tumataas yung fraction, di ba? Let's say, 100 milligrams per liter, yung laman yung drug sa katawan mo. Pag sinabing first order, 20% of the drug is eliminated every 4 hours. So after 4 hours, ilan na matatanggal doon sa 100 milligrams per liter? Yung 20%. Ha? 20. Pag 200 milligrams per liter na yung nasa loob ng katawan, ilan na 40% ng 200? 40, di ba? So ibig sabihin as the dose increase, tumataas yung amount eliminated. That's first order. Fraction kasi. Ang zero order, ang fixed yan. Fixed amount. Non-linear yun. Kasi kahit taas mo yung dose, hindi tumataas yung amount eliminated. Ha? Nareview ba kayo? Nalimutan nyo na? So, relatively, they have short half-lives except for virtuosity. They have no data for the active metabolites, but Hatsung said they have active metabolites. Okay? O, anong ibig sabihin nito? May asterisk. So, these are the common adverse effects. Ha? Tandaan nyo, ang blinak lang niya 5-HT2A. Pero hindi niya blinak yung 5-HT3. Diba? 5-HT2A lang blinak niya. NHEI pa rin. Yung sedation comes from the blockade of 5-HT2A and H1 antagonism. So, sino ang mas greater ang sedating effect? Trazodone o Fazodone? Sino ba ang may H1 blocking effect? Fazodone, Trazodone? Trazodone, di ba? So, when is the best time to give these agents kung sedating sila? At bedtime. Why is sexual effects uncommon? Why is sexual effects uncommon for the Fazodone and Trazodone? Ano ba ang reseptor na nakakabigay ng sexual dysfunction? 5-HT2A, di ba? Yung ginakina, di ba? Pero bakit may virtuosity at higher doses is still cause sexual dysfunction? Kasi hindi naman yung ginakina 5-HT2A. 1A, 5-HT1A agonist lang siya. Klaro yun? Ha? Kanino common ito? Fazodone, Trazodone. Patandaan niyo sino yung mas maraming effect. Si Trazodone, di ba? Kaysa kay Fazodone. So this is more common with Trazodone. Ito naman yung Fazodone. These drugs, they were classified by structure na lang. Bakit? Kasi dito, iba-iba sila ng action. Kaya this classification is by structure na lang. They cannot be classified into any other previous classification. Let's start with bupropion. Bupropion is the prototype for the norepinephrine dopamine reuptake inhibitor. Siya yung prototype. Bupropion does not affect SERT. NRI lang siya tsaka DRI. Ha? Kaya maganda si bupropion i-combine. Let's say suboptimal. Suboptimal ang response to patient to SRI. Tapos nagpo-complain siya ng sexual dysfunction. The best combination here would be bupropion because bupropion will reduce the sexual effects of SSRI. Okay? Si amoxicillin macrotylin, hindi ko nag-discuss kung sila ginagawa. Last po i-discuss si Mirtazapine. Punta tayo kay Vilazodone. Vilazodone is not just a SERT inhibitor, but it is a partial agonist to 5-HT1A. Maganda si 5-HT1A. Remember, this is the receptor that promotes gene transcription. Walbuspirone is also a partial agonist of 5-HT1. Titigan nyo na itong mirtazapine. Presynaptic mechanism, postsynaptic mechanism. It's also an H1 receptor antagonist. Ito tayo sa kanya. No? Presynaptic siya, di ba? Presynaptic siya, postsynaptic. No? Presynaptically, it blocks alpha 2. Ano ba si alpha 2? Ano si alpha 2? Ha? What is alpha 2? Ano na? Regulatory 2. Regulatory 2. Nasaan ba? Di ba si alpha 2 presynaptic yan? Anong function niya? Di ba autoreceptor din siya? When activated by norepinephrine, it will inhibit the release of norepinephrine, right? Eh, hindi ba si mirtazapine alpha 2 blocker? So, if mirtazapine blocks alpha 2, what will now happen? Again, alpha 2, when activated by norepinephrine, inhibits norepinephrine release. Now, if mirtazapine blocks alpha 2, what will now happen? There will be, yes, increase in norepinephrine release. No? Release. Yan. Di ba maganda si Stal? Dami ng pictures talaga, no? It will increase norepinephrine release. No? Both in the presynaptic nerve terminal and the nerve terminal, presynaptic nerve terminal sa, one in the noradrenergic neurons and another in the serotonergic neurons. Once it releases norepinephrine here, it will now act on its receptor. Ano nga receptor? That promotes transduction signals for mood. Ano nga mga adrenergic receptor? That is important for transducing signals for mood. Kita nyo na. Slides away. Yes, very good. Beta 1. Gusto namin siya sa beta 1 para ma-relieve yung depression. But, when released in the area of the serotonergic neuron, no? Si somatonergic area, meron din siyang alpha 1. So once norepinephrine is released here from the noradrenergic neurons and attaches to alpha 1 of the somatonergic area, the serotonin neuron, this will now increase neuronal impulse outflow that will promote serotonin release, which means if mirtazapine blocks alpha 2, it promotes both the release of norepinephrine and serotonin. Hence, it produces both serotonergic and noradrenergic actions. Clear? Next, Ransha effect. Blocker siya na 5-HT2A, right? If it is a blocker of 5-HT2A, it will promote the effects of 5-HT1A, right? Which it also stimulates. And when 5-HT1 is stimulated, gene transcription will occur, particularly helping to increase BDNF. That will lead to its antidepressant, and it will also have relief in anxiety. But if you block 5-HT2A, aside from increasing 5-HT1A activity, what will happen? You will not observe the sexual dysfunction problem. Plus, because it will increase 5-HT1A activity, it will help in relieving anxiety and it will now restore sleep. Siya kasi nakaka-promote ng alertness ng 5-HT2B. Blocker siya ni 5-HT2C. Yan, blocker siya. It will relieve anxiety, yun nga lang, tataba siya. Okay na yun. No? gym na lang siya. It is also a blocker of 5-HT3. And without 5-HT3, you will not have the GI adverse effects, including nausea and vomiting. Is it clear? Because of the several advantages of mirtazapine, mirtazapine is now being recommended as one of the first-line agents for depression. So multiple ways in increasing the amount of norepinephrine and increasing serotonin activity. Okay? So again, bupropion does not affect serotonin. No? What causes the sedative effects of mirtazapine? 1, blocking the 5-HT2A and H1 antagonism. Ha? So, anong oras maganda ibigay si mirtazapine? Ha? Bedtime. Remember, buspirone is a partial agonist to 5-HT1A. Yun nga lang, hindi siya kasing ganda ng ibang drugs. It will only produce mild to partial agonist lang kasi siya eh. So it will only produce mild to moderate antidepressant and anxiolytic properties. Ayan ang clinical applications nila ha. Bupropion actually has 3 active metabolites. And the hydroxylated metabolite, hydroxybupropion, is the one that is said to negate its antidepressant effect. Actually, FDA is now investigating hydroxybupropion. They will probably create this as a new antidepressant agent. Kasi siya naman talaga nag-negate na activity ni bupropion. And the unique thing about bupropion is its biphasic inhibitor. Di natin i-discuss to. Ito na tayo. How many times a day should you take mirtazapine? 1 sa haba ng hapon. Ito pwede itong i-combine with SSRIs and SNRIs. No? Pwede. Pag kinumbine mo siya with, ano mangyari sa kanya pag kinumbine mo with fluoxetine or fluvoxamine? What will happen to its plasma concentration? Increase. So you may have to give a lower dose if you will be giving it with SSRI. Or lefazodone. Diba sa lefazodone, 3A4 din yun, diba? Dilazodone, pharmacokinetics absorption is improved by 30 years. Minor respiratory route lang na yung kidneys. Yan. This would be their pharmacokinetic properties. Look what, they have a relatively high volume of distribution despite of high protein binding. And they have active metabolites. Okay? Itong isang hindi maganda kay amoxicillin na siya na nakaka-Parkinsonian-like syndrome because of D2 antagonism. What causes the sedative effect of mirtazapine? H1 blocker tsaka 5-HT2A blocker. Okay. GI upset kasi si dilazodone does not block 5-HT3. Agitation here is due to dopamine. DRI siya eh. DRI effect niya. Last of what we will talk about is MAO. Pero hindi pa yes yan eh, mga general principles pa yan. MAO. Okay? What is MAO? Where do you find MAO? Saan siya nakikita? Presynaptic, postsynaptic. Presynaptic, it's on the surface of the mitochondria sa presynaptic region. For MAO-A, you usually find it in dopaminergic and noradrenergic neurons. Its substrates are norepinephrine, epinephrine, serotonin. MAO-B is in serotonergic and histanergic neurons. Its substrates are dopamine, tyramine, and the find them presynaptically. Remember, nung nilecture ko sa inyo SIMPA, di ba 90% of norepinephrine returns to the presynaptic fiber, right? Once it returns to the presynaptic fiber, it will be degraded by MAO. So if you will now inhibit MAO in both noradrenergic and serotonergic neurons, you will have a lot of norepinephrine and serotonin available for release. Kasi hindi siya na-degrade. Is it clear? So yun ang goal ni MAO. Para marami ka, so you'll have a lot of norepinephrine and serotonin to release. Okay? These are your, sa sinasabihan ko na kayo, baka kasi mabanggit ko sa exam, classic MAO inhibitors. The classic MAO inhibitors are these three. They are the classic MAO inhibitors. Okay? Irreversible is, they are reversible, which means it takes synthesis of a new MAO in order for MAO to restore its effect. Kasi irreversible. Okay? Selegiline, at low doses or at low concentrations in the body, it will only irreversibly inhibit MAO-B. But if we give it at high doses, it will now inhibit irreversibly both MAO-A and MAO-B. Boclobimide is the only MAO-A inhibitor. It is the only reversible MAO inhibitor. Question. At what concentration, will be available if you give selegiline in the through a transdermal patch? The body will have high or low concentrations of selegiline. Tingnan yung slide. The body will have high or low concentrations of selegiline when given transdermally. Who says high? Siya. Joshua, high ka ba? Si Joshua, hindi na kakilala ko dito. Na, Joshua. Joshua is my best friend. Dahil lahat ata ng kilala kong consultant, pinagbibigay ko yung link na, hindi ko na. Sabi ko, doon na nagpadala na naman ng informed consent sa chairman. Sabi ko, hindi na lang. Doon ang dagdagan na lang. Kasi pasyente ko kasi ang asawa ng chairman ng surgery. Nadalang naman niya ako tanggihan. Pinasa ko sa kanya, pass mo sa mga ano mo. Sa chairman ng OB, binigay ko rin. Actually sa OB madali. Please answer. It is important for you to answer. Nagyanan ako sa Viber doon na. Dumami na. High or, sino ang high ulit? Kayo. Sino ang low? Then, kailan ka lang ba makaka-inhibit ng MAO-A? Pag high or low concentration? Di high. Diba? Transdermal formulation will give high concentrations of selegiline. Na? Okay? Tandaan mo, may while and how na tanong, ha? So, it's similar to TC8, second terminal agent lang siya, ha? It's also given for Parkinson's disease. This is a problem with monoamine oxidase. Saan siya nagkakaroon ng first pass effect? Hindi lang sa linya ng gut to. Tsaka isang problema, MAO inhibitor to, di ba? No? Pagka MAO inhibitor to, may MAO din kasi sa gut. Kung kumain niya ng thiamine-rich food, like, ano nga isa? Aged cheese, top beer, soy products, mga klaseng sausage, yung mga sugli. No? Pag kumain ng ganon, tapos ng MAO inhibitor, ma-inhibit mo yung metabolism ng thiamine. You will absorb a lot of thiamine, which will cause more epinephrine release. That is the full interaction. Now, what's the advantage of giving selegiline is available in transdermal and sublingual forms? What's the advantage of giving selegiline, sublingual, tsaka or transdermal? Yes, you bypass the first step effect, plus you improve bioavailability, plus you avoid the food interactions. If you want to avoid the food interactions, give selegiline, sublingual, or transdermal. So ito na example ha, sila lang dalawa. No? Relatively short ang half-life, but selegiline has an active metabolite. Siyempre ang common, ito. They are also the common reasons for discontinuation of MAO inhibitors. These are commonly the ones that were noted to be the cause of discontinuation of treatment. Okay? So, saan common ang sexual effects? Ano mga drugs? Ano mga drugs common ang sexual effects? Ha? Ano ba mga klase? Sabi ko lo. Ano ang classic MAO inhibitors? Ha? Ano na? Phenazine, trimethylcyclamine, isocarbamazepine. So, anorgasmia is one of its sexual effects. Ang ketamine-like properties, tandaan nyo, lalo na non-selective MAO inhibitor, pati dopamine, hindi ma-degrade. Dopamine is the one that gives rise to restlessness. Okay? Sedation is most common in pregnancy. Yan, ito ang problema mo. Di ba remember these drugs have relatively short half-lives? Particularly the classic irreversible non-selective MAO inhibitors. No? Short half-life. So when you discontinue it abruptly, this can cause even psychosis. No? Okay? Excitement and confusion. Confusion is common at high doses. No? Confusion is common at high doses. Sorry, kailangan nyo ito i-memorize. Ano mas kaya nyo? Ito o ito? Yan, di ba? Sige, yan na lang. Yan na lang ang titignan ko. Uy, mga friends, pinagka-toxic ako type ko ha. Kasi this is actually, here I summarize the effects of the drug. Sinamarize ko rin, ayun ko, nahihirapan eh. No? Yan, sinamarize ko siya. Ito ang pinakamadali i-memorize, no? Lalo na yung MAO inhibitor, isa lang siya. No? The rest we need to memorize. So if you're going to treat, let's say your patient was newly diagnosed to have depression, ano ang una nyo i-recommend na drug? Or SNRI. Pero pwede na rin naman tasapin, no? Pag-bupropion. Lalo na pag sinabi ng pasyente, depressed siya, saka gusto niya na mag-tumigil mag-smoke. Maganda si bupropion. Bakit sila third line na? They have a lot of adverse effects. Plus, when they use this for overdose, they are lethal. No? If you don't treat depression, it may last for 6 to 14 months. Anong problema pag pinatagal mo siya? Di ba? Longer period without BDNF, greater loss of hippocampal volume, and difficulty of treatment comes along. No? So better treat. No? Your goal is to promote remission of all symptoms, make them functional. Karaniwan sa kanila, ayaw na magtrabaho, ayaw na gumalaw. So make them improve their quality of life. What did I tell you? Advise your patient, baka lumipat ka ng doktor. Kasi pag hindi nag-improve, advise your patient to wait for 2 to 4 weeks for the onset and the full effect at 6 to 8 weeks. Let's say you only treat them for 12 weeks, it will only be 30 to 40% successful. Why? Pag ganyan mo lang sila ka-extremate, the chance of relapse and recurrence would be high. So better treat them for 6 to 12 months. Better treat them for 6 to 12 months. No? Let's say, 6 weeks na. Di ba dapat 6 weeks may full effect ka na, di ba? Halos wala, hindi naririnig yung depression. you can either add or change. Using these strategies actually improves remission rate by 70 to 80%. Why do we need to treat for 6 to 12 months? No? Dito muna tayo. Why do we need to treat for 6 to 12 months? Actually, 6 to 12 weeks, it may take 6 to 12 weeks to get the full remission. And the problem is, if you discontinue at this point, they may have relapse or recurrence. So you should put it 1 year. When will you give it more than 1 year? Let's say your patient in the last 5 years have several recurrence of depression. No? 2 or more. No? Okay? You may give it for 5 years or kung talagang madalas siya mag-refer, kesa palagi, bumababa si BDNF palagi, bigay mo na siya lifetime. But you see, if you want to achieve better improvement, pharmacologic therapy should be coupled with psychotherapy. These are just suggestions, no? You can start with monotherapy, SS45 which yata, pwede na, no? Pero kasi sa book, SSRI and SNRI pa rin, no? Okay? Yan. And then, pag hindi siya na-work, investigate mo. Baka mamaya may thyroid dysfunction ka na. Tapos tanggalin mo muna yung drugs that will cause or aggravate the depression. Tapos kung hindi pa rin, you go to your second line of medication. But again, before you augment, you have to reassess your patient. Okay? Di ba they're also used not just for depression, di ba? Ano ba yung PTSD? Na? PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder yan. It's because of an experience that is actually anxiety-provoking, no? Life-threatening event. No? It's actually an experience that one encounters that is far beyond a normal human being usually encounters. Example na lang, we had a student before, bago ka lang yung mga, ito alam kung early 2000 or late, before 20, basta before 2010. Mini-stop pa dati yung Robinsons. Di ba dormitory nasa ibabaw? Yung FJN, kung sila nag-dorm. Dalawang friends ko, no? Isang malaking, dalawang boys, no? Isang malaking tao, 5'11" ata. The other one on 5'10", siguro 5'9". When they went out of mini-stop, kinoldak sila kay Barel. Hindi ko naman cellphone. Ang problema ko, yung malaking tao, sinabi niya, hindi naman totoo yun. Binaril siya point lang. Sa harap ng friend niya, hindi niya maisakay sa tricycle kasi ang tricycle dito, pag mamamatay ka, hindi ka isasakay. Kasi pag mamatay ka sa tricycle niya, mamalasin daw sila. Eh, di ba layo no, nung dito, hindi ka really drug this friend ng tao. Pero pagdating sa ER, then on arrival na kasi nag-exit na sa likod. 1 year yung hindi nakapasok. Nag-leave yun for 1 year. Hindi niya kaya pumunta sa area na yun. Kasi hindi siya pumunta sa bureau ng best friend niya. Kasi nga, because of PTSD. He was treated with SSR actually. May maganda, no? O bakit pagka yung social anxiety, anong social anxiety? It's when they experience anxiety when they are having social interactions. Abay, paano ka magtatrabaho mo, social anxiety ka? Dapat ang trabaho mo yung work from home. Ha? So, dapat yung trabaho mo yung work from home. Okay? So, due to serotonin deficiency din yan. Okay? Now, yung panic disorder, pag acute panic attack, ano maganda? Benzodiazepine. Na hindi pwede ang okay? Ang benzodiazepine, hindi kasi siya maganda for maintenance, it can cause dependence. Okay? So, ito, nabanggit na natin ha. Nabanggit na natin earlier. Actually, si venlafaxine, mas better nga raw sila sa social anxiety kaysa sa MD. Nandito rin yung ibang indications, class ha. Nandito rin yung ibang indications. Okay? Okay. What is PMDD? What is PMDD? Ito pala nabanggit ko na pala ito kanina. Ito yung nasipran. Nabanggit ko na ito kanina. Approve ko lahat ha. Sa PCA, ano nga ginagamit for neuropathic pain? Amitriptyline tsaka imipramine. Si desvenlafaxine ang off-label. Siya ang off-label, it's still undergoing investigation for this indication. For FDA approval. PMDD, ang PMS, ano yung PMS, di ba girls? During the last 2 weeks of the menstrual cycle, during the luteal phase, you feel bloated, sometimes parang kang abdominal cramps, headache, ano pa? Sometimes you have dry spells, di ba? Okay? Maybe gay. But the problem is there are some individuals in the luteal phase, they develop depression. This is PMDD. PMDD is diagnosed if the patient has 5 somatic disorders. Somatic yun yung weight gain, bloatedness, dysmenorrhea, plus 1 mood disorder, the most common of which is depression. No? Para ma-diagnose namin siya, i-differentiate from MDD, binibigyan namin na ng menstrual diary. Pag lahat ng symptoms, may X siya lahat, nandun lang sa luteal phase, PMDD yan. So you can just give SSRIs during the luteal phase. Ang problema kasi minsan during the second half of the cycle, bumababa si pregnenolone at si serotonin. Kaya nagkakaroon siya ng depression. You can give SSRIs. Pero pag all throughout, meron siyang symptoms, hindi yan PMDD. MDD. Ha? Sige. So, bupropion, why is it good for smoking cessation? Kasi daw, pag nag-withdraw ka from nicotine, it increases norepinephrine and dopamine activity. It decreases norepinephrine and dopamine activity. Kasi yung nicotine, pag nawala kasi yung nicotine effect, nag-withdraw ka, so bababa si dopamine at norepinephrine. This is where you get the withdrawal symptoms. If you give bupropion, it will maintain norepinephrine and dopamine levels, so you can easily wean off your patient from cigarette smoking. Nortriptyline was tried for this effect, but nortriptyline was not as consistent as bupropion. That's why still, the drug of choice for this indication is bupropion. Okay? What is bulimia? Bulimia and anorexia are both due to distorted body image, both of which they do not want to gain weight. What with bulimia, they have this severe food craving. So they eat and eat. But the problem is they will feel guilty afterwards, so they will have the ritualistic purging, and they may take in laxatives. But promoting vomiting and promoting diarrhea will promote electrolyte imbalance, which is not good. They are saying individuals with this problem have serotonin deficiency. So fluoxetine is the drug of choice. How about anorexia? Anorexia is harder to treat. Actually, ang treatment sa anorexia, they're feeding, family support, and cognitive behavior therapy. Not so much of pharmacologic treatment. Okay? And it's fatal. No? For obesity, you can give bupropion, but the weight loss is not that effective for non-depressed individuals. Mas greater yung weight loss when given to depressed individuals. Okay? Actually, lahat nito, hindi na sila off-label. except for desvenlafaxine. For vasomotor flashes, hindi pa rin siya na-approve for this indication by FDA. Siya lang. The rest approved na. Ito nga papalit, hindi na ito masyadong ginagamit because of side effects. So if you're the doctor, how will you choose the antidepressant for your patients? If you're the doctor. One, age. The problem is older individuals are very sensitive to the anticholinergic effects of TCA. So TCA is not a good option for older individuals. Another thing, older individuals are taking a lot of medicines, right? So SSRI may not be that viable for them. So para mas maganda sa kanila, SNRI. Females, they may tolerate serotonergic effects better than noradrenergic effects. So ano magandang gamot sa kanila? Kung mas natotolerate ng females ang serotonin kesa sa noradrenergic, SSRI. Patients with closed angle glaucoma may have exacerbation of their glaucoma if you give anything with noradrenergic effects. So maganda pa rin si SSRI. Okay? Bupropion, do not give this to patients with epilepsy. They lower seizure threshold. Okay? If the problem of your patient is sexual dysfunction, ano ang magandang ibigay? Bupropion, mirtazapine, tsaka nefazodone. They do not have sexual effects. No? Okay? If your patient has suicidal ideations, which are not preferred, TCA and mild indications. You also give this according to indication, kasi may mga indications, actually the dosing depends on the indication. Because, citalopram, list ang drug interactions yan, pero it's very expensive as compared to fluoxetine. Kung kulang sa budget ng pasyente, you stick to fluoxetine. Just give the precautions. Don't worry, they're all available in the Philippines. No? Adverse effects na enumerate na natin. No? So, potential drug interactions. No? Yeah. And if your patient is a case of recurrence, you may not give anymore the previous drugs taken by the patient. Okay? And as a doctor, your role is to give the pros and cons to your patient. To give the pros and cons. But you have to help the patient decide. But the decision should also be authentic to the patient. Remember, the relationship of a doctor and patient in terms of treatment is shared decision making. Kailangan nag-agree din si patient to sa treatment. Kasi siya ang iinumin, hindi naman ikaw, di ba? Yan, hindi sinasabi ko. Kung ang indication mo is depression, stick to the therapeutic dose. Pero kung indication mo is OCD, you may need to give the highest possible dose for depression. Kung panic disorder, maintenance siya, treatment, ang ibibigay mo yung lower limit ng dose na sa depression. If you're using the agent to manage neuropathic pain disorder, give doses lower than the doses you give for depression. Okay? Yan. Ito ang problema kay TCA. Ang lethal arrhythmia. So, ang gagawin mo dito? Make sure that the arrhythmia is really caused by TCA overdose. Kasi kung TCA overdose, you can give sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate will displace TCA from the sodium channels. Remember, TCA activates the sodium channels that keeps the action potential from being fired. Mga inhibitors, autonomic instability yan, hyperadrenergic symptoms yan. Kung tama nag-arrhythmia siya with mga inhibitors, you can give beta blockers. Kasi alam natin hyperadrenergic symptoms. Okay? Venlafaxine can also give cardiac toxicity. Nabanggit ko na to, di ba? Because they lower seizure threshold. Ito maganda kay mirtazapine. Kahit kung overdose ka, sedated ka na, disoriented and tachycardia. Even with SSRIs and SNRI, lethality is not common with overdose. Don't really die from SNRI and SSRI overdose as well as last, kailangan natin i-memorize yung drug interactions. Dito, ang kailangan nyo lang i-memorize yung highly inhibiting to this cytochrome enzymes, yung high lang. What causes serotonin syndrome? Well, there's overstimulation of serotonin receptors. That's why we avoid combining highly serotonergic drugs. Serotonin syndrome presents in three symptoms or three presentations. Triad siya. First triad, cognitive. Patient may have delirium and coma. Second triad, autonomic. Patient may present with hypertension, malignant at that yung 120 milliliters per kilo. Yung diastolic. Tachycardia and diaphoresis. Third triad, somatic presentation. They could present with myoclonus, hyperreflexia, and tremor. Again, to avoid this, remember, if fluoxetine is given for a long period of time, you have your fluoxetine around. If you want to add MAO inhibitors, you have to wait 4 to 5 weeks from the time you discontinued fluoxetine. If it's the other way around, MAO to be shifted to fluoxetine, you have to wait until 2 weeks from the discontinuation of MAO inhibitors before you start fluoxetine. Alam naman natin, di ba, yung food interaction ng MAO and tyramine, di ba? Anong route? Common ang food interactions? Giving MAO inhibitors. At what route? Oral. Oral na. Avoid giving MAO inhibitors with bupropion and sympathomimetics, particularly bupropion. This may cause seizures. Mirtazapine, when taken with alcohol, will have additive CNS depressing effect. Even benzodiazepine. Ito na lang, class. Nakita niyo yung kanina. Ito na lang ang aralin. Instead of this one, ito na lang. Actually, tinayin ko din ito eh. Para mas madali na sa inyo. No? Ito yung type interaction. Ito yung antidepressant. Ito yung drug where it will have this type of interaction. Okay? This is just a summary of side effects. The more pluses, the greater the side effects are. Okay? Na. Okay? Ito, pakita ko na sa inyo kanina. So before we end, let us summarize how will these drugs be beneficial for depression? To be beneficial, alam naman natin that chronic activation of monoamine receptors will increase BDNF synthesis.
What is finishing?
So if you inhibit reuptake, you will accumulate the monoamines in the synaptic cleft to interact with its receptors. If they could be SERT and NET inhibitor, NET only, SERT only. No? Second, you inhibit MAO to prevent its presynaptic degradation, so you have a lot of monoamines to be released in the synaptic cleft. Third, increase the activity of those receptors that are necessary to promote protein or gene synthesis, gene expression, and block those receptors that may reduce such effect. Yan na yun. Tatlo. Fourth, promote release of monoamines by blocking presynaptic alpha-2 and ayun na yun. Yun na pala yung point. Promote release. So if you know notice, the effect is really to increase monoamine as well as its active. Okay?